This is the moment a 911 operator is arrested for hanging up on a desperate mother who called the emergency services 3 times, pleading for help to save the life of her 4-month-old son. The reason she hung up?
I just didn't feel like working.
Stand up right now.
That mother's calls would prove to be in vain, as her son would ultimately pass away before help arrived. The arrested woman's actions are pure evil, absolutely disgusting, sickening. She should have been charged with murder. As you've probably guessed, the bodycam footage is entirely AI generated, and were you to watch the remainder of the YouTube video this was posted as part of 911 operator fired after hanging up on multiple callers, you would be shown a series of AI generated images and hear an AI voiceover narrating a story loosely based on real events.
That was Crenshonda Latrice Williams, 23 years old, 18 months on the job as a 911 dispatcher for Harris County, Texas.
Of course, the majority of those commenting don't seem to know this, and probably the majority of the 1.1 million who viewed it too. In fact, they'd only be explicitly told if they expanded the description or noticed the tiny AI label below the title. But this is just one example in an increasing flood of AI-generated bodycam footage that misleads audiences, and it's all being facilitated by the very platform you're watching this video on. This is the internet is eating itself, and let's get into it. Fake bodycam footage is nothing new. You might have seen this video from Moist Critical or these from Scott Schaefer about a year ago, in which they talk about a YouTube channel called Bodycam Declassified that stages fake interactions between police officers and the general public. The channel was actually first exposed by a channel called Grim a month before either Scott or Moist Critical posted about it, but it didn't get much traction. Normally these staged interactions feature some kind of unjust action from the police, such as arresting a blind man, or outrageous behaviour from a member of the public, such as a landlord withholding nappies or diapers from a tenant, and sometimes good deeds from the police, such as buying a shirt for a father in need. These staged scenarios are much like many of the real bodycam videos that have flooded YouTube over the past few years, and easily rack up millions of views. To help give the appearance of legitimacy, the channel also posts real bodycam footage, and subtly misleads its audience through a description that abbreviates to "Our channel presents authentic bodycam footage, sourced through official Freedom of Information Act requests," and only upon expanding does it mention the staged scenarios too. Like much long-form content, these videos are cropped into portrait and chopped down to a length more appropriate for short-form video platforms by clippers, before being endlessly re-uploaded by other creators, and, in the process, removing it further from its origin and showing it to viewers who are even less likely to know it's staged. Take this video. Man stopped after stealing shirt for son's graduation, in which a police officer stops a man wearing a stolen shirt, only to be told that he stole it to wear it to his son's graduation, who happens to go to the same school as the police officer's own son.
Franklin Middle School.
Franklin Middle School, yeah.
My son's graduating too. I get off in a half hour. I'm headed there myself.
The officer takes pity on the man and ends up paying for the shirt on his behalf. I found the video clipped and uploaded to Facebook and YouTube Shorts by unrelated accounts. Despite some comments calling out the giveaways of it being a staged video, most commenters seem to be none the wiser. But what if you didn't even need to pay actors to stage these videos? Like you saw minutes ago, and as you probably already know, AI is more than capable of creating videos that are convincing enough to a sizable chunk of the population. And as I've talked about before on this channel, using a video format we expect to be blurry or low quality, like doorbell cameras or bodycam footage, means we're primed to be less discerning about details than we would be if a video was from the POV of a phone camera, which is normally of a much higher resolution. This is where channels like Bodycam Horror, the one that posted that video I showed at the beginning, come in. They consistently follow the same format. The first 30 seconds or so is AI-generated bodycam footage, followed by a detailed true crime story, loosely based on a real case, that's narrated by AI over a series of AI-generated images. And this format seems to work exceptionally well for Bodycam Horror, as it's accumulated over 63,000 subscribers and had videos rack up 1.1 million views, the 911 operator one shown earlier, 612,000 views, a mailman arrested after stealing $2 million worth of paychecks, and 478,000 views, an Amazon warehouse manager running a $9.4 million fraud scheme. In fact, it has 13 videos over the 100,000 view mark. There's a similar channel that makes videos in the same format, featuring British stories, Britain Court, and while it might just be a copycat, The fact that it uses the same voiceover as well as the same wording, font, and positioning for its disclaimer makes me think they have the same owner. Bodycam Horror uploads every few days, but Britain Court is consistently uploading every day as of the time of making this video, which has helped its subscriber count more than double in just a few weeks. Britain Court has found a particularly successful niche because it latches onto common, everyday grievances and resentments among British people. Take drivers for the delivery company Every. These have a notoriously bad reputation because of the quality of their service. A sizable chunk of the British population has had negative personal experiences with them, and few things inspire more dread than finding out that they'll be the ones delivering your precious parcel.
With Every, you feel like you're playing Russian roulette as to whether it's going to arrive or not.
So naturally, Britain Court have multiple videos where an Every driver is the criminal in question, although it's basically the same story, down to the criminal's name. There's videos about GP surgery managers, builders, estate agents, charity workers, postal workers, carers. These are all professions that the average person might hold grudges against for any number of reasons, whether that be lost deliveries, mistreated relatives, rip-offs, perceived theft. These videos validate and feed into the widespread perception that Britain is teeming with corruption. And while it might be obvious to you and some commenters that these videos are AI generated and almost entirely fictitious, it's clearly not so obvious to some others. In that 911 operator story at the start of this video, comments calling it out as AI were buried under comments from people who believed it to be real. And despite some token efforts, YouTube doesn't seem particularly interested in making it as clear as possible that what its users are seeing isn't real. Only upon expanding descriptions do you see the full disclaimer indicating that the video is altered or synthetic content. Otherwise, the user might only see a tiny AI label below the title, if that. YouTube says creators must disclose AI-generated content and might still flag if it detects it with its own systems, but this seems to only go so far. YouTube also sends viewers down a rabbit hole of similar AI-generated sensationalist content through its recommendation system, as I discovered when watching many of these. Each video that these channels post acts as a data point too, as their owners and the AI tools they use learn from what performs well and what doesn't. Ever since channels like Midwest Safety, Explore With Us Bodycam, Bodycam Network USA, and Real Bodycam started uploading footage to YouTube, the demand has become insatiable. This is despite the daily flood of videos. You could probably spend an hour every day watching this stuff and never run out. This real footage is exciting to people, including me, because it depicts intense, high-stakes situations, but it also gives a sense of accountability, not just to those being arrested, but also to the police themselves, who are generally now required to document high-risk interactions with the public. Except police officers can, and do, turn off their cameras, even though they're not meant to. Consequences for this vary by country and state. As much as we would like it to be, police bodycams have not solved the problem of police brutality or improper behaviour, to put it mildly, and now we're being confronted with the fact that the footage we do see might not be real in the first place, because it might be staged or AI generated. As things stand, these AI YouTube videos contain a relatively small amount of bodycam footage, normally only about 15 seconds, concentrated in the first 30 seconds, but I doubt this is out of choice. It's much more likely down to the cost of generating it, just as Bodycam Declassified clearly isn't shelling out for top-tier talent. But, almost inevitably, we'll likely see the cost and ease of generating AI video come down in future, which makes a generation of ones comparable in length to real ones almost inevitable too. And, just as the quality of AI video has improved drastically over the past few years, these videos will soon become more convincing to an even larger proportion of the population. While there are still visual and audible tells, there are fewer every year. It wasn't long ago that it was near useless at producing consistently legible text, for example. And as long as there's a pretext of faked bodycam footage being based on real news, there's an endless number of scenarios that can be generated and presented to an audience that doesn't know what they're seeing isn't real. The Sora app, shut down earlier this year because of the prohibitive costs to OpenAI, proved that there was a huge appetite for AI-generated bodycam videos, and the fact that creators would blur out the logo when uploading it showed that there was plenty of people more than willing to use it to mislead the general public. But what do you think? Have you seen these AI bodycam videos in your feed? Have you fallen for one of them? Honestly, there's no shame in it if you have. Let me know in the comments down below and hit those like and subscribe buttons while you're down there. Also, thank you to Pavel Powell 4334 for the video idea. Let me know if there's anything you think I should cover. Until next time, see ya.